Hello everybody, it's Jess here with Jess. Thank you so much for watching. So I have been seeing videos popping up all over YouTube about this. Well, basically what you would do is you would go to your Instagram, which if you're not following me on Instagram, definitely you should. I am BlessedJess86. I really try to post different things that you may not see on YouTube or Facebook over there. So you can follow us on a daily basis. But basically you would post on your stories and ask people, hey, what are some assumptions you have of me? And it's been really interesting to watch these other YouTubers to see like things people assume about them. Are they true? Are they not true? Are they totally out of left field? Like you'll watch somebody and somebody will say, I just assume that you were an only child, or I just assume that, you know, you are introverted or whatever. And they'll be like, no, blah, blah, blah. And then you learn more about their life. So I thought, hey, that sounds like a fun video. So I posted a couple days ago, what are some assumptions you have of me? And I wanted to do a video, and that's what I'm doing now, about it. However, maybe I shouldn't have done that because I got a lot of mean responses. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to go through the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're going to go through them, and I appreciate everyone leaving a response. Maybe I can clear some things up, and maybe, you know, you can learn something about me. I have my phone beeping. I have Layla squeaking a squeaker down below, but we're just going to jump right into this. So, okay. I'm going to start with the bottom and then go towards the more recent ones. So these are the first ones I got. You tend to stress out very easily. That is sort of true. I am a stressor, but it is something I'm trying to work on. Normally I stress out easily if it's something to do with my kids. If it's not something, now before I had kids, I feel like I was not a stressor. The kids kind of brought it out on me. The fear of something happening to them or something being wrong with them, that makes me stress. And we kind of live a stressful life sometimes. Like we have really busy seasons at church or really stressful seasons with ministry and stuff like that. And that makes me stress. But I'm really trying to work on that. Okay, that person actually said it twice. Okay, next assumption is, and I'm sorry if Layla's really squeaking her squeaker over there. Okay, the next one is, you've never dyed your hair. You've never dyed your hair. What do you guys think? Is that true or is that false? I probably have mentioned this in a video before. That assumption is actually true. I have never dyed my hair. I've been threatened by a lot of hairstylists that if I ever dye my hair, they will kill me because they're like, you have beautiful color, and a lot of people pay a lot of money for that color. I also am just, I don't know, unless it starts turning gray, I'm happy with my hair. Once it starts turning gray, I promise you I will dye it. But it has like a reddish blonde. And I'm very thankful for my hair color. Okay. All right, here's another one. This one, this one really, okay. David just goes along with any diet you do. He doesn't have a choice. Now, okay. Here's the thing. David has done one diet with me. And I've done lots on this channel. He's never done Weight Watchers. He's never counted calories. Now, he did try to do like an intuitive eating kind of when I was, but that's not really a diet. The only thing he's done with me is keto. I don't understand why people say he doesn't have a choice. He is a grown man. He is 34 years old. I never go on a diet. I'm not one of those people who go on a diet and be like, okay, we're all changing, you know, throw out the junk food. But I do think it's a natural thing where if I start doing keto and I still feel really good, like that's how it started. He didn't start doing keto with me. I started feeling really good. I started making lower carb meals, and then he wanted to try it. So that's just kind of how it works. He definitely doesn't just go along with whatever I do, because I've done lots of diets where he did not follow along. Y'all have seen me up and down roller coaster of Weight Watchers, counting calories, intermittent fasting, all the things, one meal a day. He did not do any of those with me. And when I went off keto, basically because I was binging, and he definitely doesn't have that same struggle of binging. But when I went off keto because of the binging and also because of the cost, I came to him and said, look, if keto's working really good for you, if you want to keep doing it, I will keep making the stuff. I will keep buying the stuff. I will keep doing whatever because I don't want to mess you up. And I had a lot of guilt about me going off track would somehow mean he would automatically go off track. And, you know, he decided he didn't want to do that because for various reasons, and that's his prerogative. But I had to drop the guilt of doing what's best for me would somehow harm him, and he's got to work through his own issues with food. And I can't keep doing a diet just for him, if that makes sense. Like, it was hurting me. And he definitely supports that. But no, he does not just go along with whatever I say, I promise you. Another is you stress way too much. I guess I do a really bad job about showing stress to you guys. This is the thing though. People in my ordinary life probably never think this because I'm really good at just pushing through. But you guys are my sounding board. And so a lot of times when I feel stressed, I vent to you guys. So you kind of catch more of the stress than I do. Okay. Another one is you're way too nice to everybody. That is probably true. I have a very hard time with confrontation. I have a very hard time with being upset at people. Like, I hate it. Like, having someone upset with me or having some sort of tension, or if I have to talk to someone about something they did that hurt my feelings or whatever, I would rather just not do that because it causes me so much stress. It's not always a good thing though. Like, I have to learn how to stand up for myself, and not in a mean way, but just because that's a part of life. But I physically hate it. So I probably am too nice to everybody, but I also try to realize, like, I'm a representative, if I can talk. I'm a representative of God and of Christ, and showing love is how the Bible says they will know you by your love. So I also try to remember that, like, is it a bad thing that I show love to everybody? I don't know. Okay, somebody else said, you're a great mom. Thank you. I really hope I am. I know you guys don't always see every side of being a mom. You see, 10 or 15 minutes, 20 minutes of my day. And a lot of it is when the kids are at school. So I'm not perfect at all. At all. I have bad days too, but I really hope in everything I do, I'm a good mom. Okay. Somebody said, I assume you're a picky eater. That is true, but I have come a long way with that. When I was a kid, I would only eat a handful of things. Like, my son has autism and has sensory issues and he's really picky. He eats more as a child than I did. Like, I was kind of like Lucy. I liked fruits and veggies, pretty much any fruit or vegetable. But as far as, and when I say that, I'm talking like raw fruits and veggies. Cooked veggies, I could not eat. I was really picky about textures of stuff. Meat, definitely picky. I was basically a vegetarian when I was a kid because I just was so grossed out about it. So I have come a long way. The fact that I can make HelloFresh meals and don't like take stuff out and change them up, I've come a long way. But in the grand scheme of things, I am picky. I am picky. Okay. Another one is you truly have life under control. Yeah, I don't. I really don't. I have so many things I wish I was better at, and I'm not, and I feel like it's falling apart right underneath me. And I really just try to do the best I can every single day, and it's not always perfect. It's definitely not always perfect, but I am trying. It's definitely not under control at all. Another one is you do everything in love. Again, not perfect at that. I try to remember love is the best thing. Like, truly, like, showing people love is the way to break through any problem. But I'm human, and sometimes I don't show love. Okay, you do not sweat the small stuff. That's true. I have been through, and I'm actually doing a whole series, which that video should already be up, a story time on my health struggles that I've been through as a young teenager, and going through a life or death situation like I went through really makes you realize what is important in life. And I try my best. I'm not perfect at it. I try my best to not sweat the small stuff because, like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to have my health and have my life, and it wasn't a guarantee. It's not a guarantee for any of us. But I actually had it, like, handed to me, at an early age, like, hey, we don't know what's going to happen here. And I'm very thankful. So I really try not to sweat the small stuff. Okay, here's a fun one. You don't have to drive to go to the gym and eat healthy. I don't have the drive, y'all. I'm really not trying to be mean, but some of these comments just make me laugh. Like, what are you hoping to accomplish? I guess that's the assumption, is I just don't have it in me. I would encourage anyone who honestly, and I tell myself that, like, I tell myself, like, oh, I'm just not somehow good enough because I cannot lose weight. I cannot eat healthy. I can't just go to the gym and it all work out. I think the reason why I can't do any of that is because I have been on a diet for the last, some sort of diet for the last, I don't know, 15 years, you know, and I just had it beat into me, like, restrict this, restrict that, this food is bad, this food is good. And I will follow a diet for a while, and then I will just get tired of it and get tired of the restriction, and the switch will flip, and then I'll binge eat. And it is a actual eating disorder. Like, it is, I know it sounds crazy, but it is something that I'm really having to work toward. And again, after going through the things that I went through as a teenager, almost dying, y'all, like, I could have died. I could have had lasting damage to where I wouldn't even have my health, even if I survived. Being 60 pounds overweight, yes, it's not great. Yes, I need to work on that. Yes, I'm hoping to change it. But there are worse things. I'm healthy. I'm here. I'm a little bit overweight, but I'm not dead, you know? And so I think we place so much, as a culture, we place so much value on somehow, like, if you're skinny, you're a better person. And I get a lot of hate for being overweight. I don't understand that, because I'm not defined by how much I weigh or the size of my pants, you know, but somehow in our culture, it's okay to define, you know, yourself as that, or to define others as that. So maybe I don't have the drive, you know, I don't know. Okay. You're an amazing mom and wife. I really appreciate that. I definitely don't feel like I am, all the time. I have my bad days. Another one is that David annoys you. We are married. We've been married almost 10 years now. And so there are times that he annoys me, and there are times that I annoy him. That's marriage, right? But he's also my best friend, and I truly love him more than anything else. And, you know, him and my kids and God are my top priority. And no, he does not annoy me unless he's like leaving his, you know, underwear on the floor or something, or not putting his dish in the dishwasher. No, but I love spending time with him. And I was reading him these, and he was laughing so hard. So no, he's my best friend. Okay, somebody said you are a hardcore Republican. I don't talk politics on this channel, not because I don't want to stand up for what I believe in, but just because I feel like it's so controversial. And I will say, I feel very strongly about my beliefs, and I'm not hardcore anything except hardcore to what God says in the Bible. And, you know, my political views line up with the Word of God, and I try my best to always research that and pray about it and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go any further down that road. Okay, somebody said you love your Savior and He is in every decision you make. I definitely try to live that way. I don't always measure up to that, but I definitely try to do everything to where He would be proud of me and to where He is part of that. Okay, somebody else said you are stronger than you realize. I do realize how strong I am, but I definitely agree that sometimes I forget how strong I am, and I forget what I've been through, and it's easy to feel like, well, I can't do that. But then if I look back and I see everything I've been through and how strong I am and how strong God is who lives within me, it's really easy to believe that I am stronger than I think. Okay. A lot of it, you're a wonderful mom, so thank you so much. Somebody else said you're a very thoughtful person. I try. I am not the best at it. I would love to be a more thoughtful friend, a more thoughtful wife, but sometimes life gets in the way, and it's hard to always be thinking of being more thoughtful. To me, a thoughtful person is someone who goes out of their way to, you know, do something for you, or give you something, or to write you a note or something like that. And I'm not always the best at that, but I definitely try. Somebody said, hate comments bother you more than you like to admit. I've never denied that they hurt or they bother me. Hate comments do hurt and they do bother me. I think if you are someone that hate comments don't bother you, then there's another issue wrong, because somebody says something hurtful to you, it does hurt. But this is the big but here. Big but. I get so much love and sweet comments that they outweigh it. So it's a lot easier to be like, okay, delete. And not that it doesn't hurt, but it's so much easier to delete and move on when I have 99.9% amazing people supporting me. So no, they do hurt. They definitely hurt, but I try to be honest with that. Another comment is, you have anxiety. I do not have anxiety. There has been times in my life where I have struggled with that more, like when I've been through the health problems, and I'm going to talk about that and my struggle with anxiety and even some panic attacks and stuff like that. I do not have diagnosed anxiety. Now, I do feel anxious sometimes. I do feel stressed sometimes. I think that is a different thing than having anxiety and struggling with anxiety. That's just a feeling. Sometimes I feel anxious. Sometimes I feel stressful, but I feel like all of us do in our life, and it's all about how we manage it. So I definitely do not have anxiety. Okay, somebody else says, you never curse and you're a calm person and rarely lose your cool. I try my best not to curse. It's something that I did not grow up hearing. A lot of times I feel like people who, and this isn't a slam against anyone, this is just how I feel. I feel like people who use a lot of cuss words sometimes are just, it's like a habit. It's stuff they've heard and they're just filling in, instead of saying an actual word, they're saying a cuss word. And it's just not something I like. I don't feel like you look intelligent when you cuss. I don't feel like you get your point across anymore when you cuss. And I just don't like it. I don't like hearing it. And I don't feel like it's a good example. So I'm not saying I don't ever do it. I mean, I try my best not to. And, yeah, I think it's really important to me. I'm a calm person and rarely lose your cool. My husband may beg to differ. I am for the most part a calm person. I am very calm, but I don't always stay calm. I definitely lose my cool sometimes. I definitely yell sometimes. I definitely get frustrated sometimes, and usually it's about something I'm passionate about. It's about, you know, something like that. And I try my best to stay calm, but definitely not perfect. Okay. A lot of people had a few comments like saying, I don't feel like anything is an assumption because you do a really good job at sharing your life and your struggles. So I really appreciate that. Somebody said, which I don't see it now. I've got to find this comment. Okay, yeah, here it is. Okay. I laughed so hard at this comment. You make more money on YouTube than you let on. Y'all, okay, we're about to get real here. If you think that I make a lot of money on YouTube, no. I do not make hardly anything on YouTube. I just celebrated 4 years on YouTube. I only started getting any money about a year and a half ago. So that's 2.5 years of doing lots of videos. I'm not talking just posting once a week. I'm posting like every day almost. And I wasn't getting not 1 cent. I do get a little bit. And I love that I'm able to help out a little bit based on what I earn on YouTube. It isn't even enough for the groceries that we buy in a month. It is not much. I'm hoping as my channel grows that I'll be able to help out even more. The hard and long is because we have a special needs child. I wanted to be at home with them before we even knew Nate had autism. Before he was even born, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Because he has autism though, it is crucial that I'm home with them, and we sacrifice so I can be home with them, so that they don't have to be in daycare, so that they don't have to be wherever. They're home. I'm able to be there. If Nate has an emergency, I'm there. We live like a mile from the school. I'm there. So I hope that I can make more eventually on YouTube and help out even more, because my husband is a minister. He doesn't make a lot of money. So we definitely struggle sometimes, and we scrimp and save and are very careful with our money because I'm staying at home. YouTube is a blessing because I'm able to help out a little bit, but it is not a lot. Again, I spend more on groceries in a month than I get paid on YouTube. And then you have to consider all the expenses that YouTube brings. I have to have a camera. I have to have editing equipment, lighting. I go through those little memory cards, the SD cards, all the time because they don't last very long. And I'm using it day in and day out. Subscription boxes, taste test videos. I buy those products. Like the music that you guys hear, I have to pay a fee a month to be able to provide that music for my videos. P.O. box, that's not free. I have to buy that. So when you consider all the things that go into it, I definitely do not make more money on YouTube than I let on. And I feel like I wouldn't even be upset at that question but it had a very negative like vibe to it. Like somehow I'm being dishonest with what I make on YouTube. And, it just cracks me up because I get this question all the time. Hey, I want to make some extra money. How do you start a YouTube channel? I get that question all the time. If you want to do YouTube because you enjoy it, you want to share your content, you want to put yourself out there, you want to help others, you have something to do. If you want to do YouTube because you want to make a lot of money, it probably isn't the best place for you because now there are channels that take off and, you know, the first year they have 100,000 subscribers. That is not me. That is not most people. So a lot of people, most people are going to work a lot before they even see a penny. So no, I don't make more money on YouTube than I let on. And that's why I'm saying, like, I say this all the time, like if you really want to support our channel, you know, clicking on the referral links, clicking on HelloFresh and stuff, that is it money, but it definitely helps us because I can, you know, get food sent to us for free because people use my discount code on HelloFresh and then they give me a little bit, not sponsored or anything, but they give me a discount on my order. And stuff like that really, really is helpful to our family and allows me to be able to put the money into my, I want to say my company, my channel. And I don't know. I just feel like so many people think, well, if you're on YouTube, you make a lot of money. Yeah, if you have 100,000 subscribers, if you have 2 million subscribers, people like me who have 10, 12, 13,000 subscribers do not make that much money. And yeah. Anyway, so I hope that I'm not bitter about, I feel like this came across very bitter. I am not bitter about it. It is a huge blessing. And the friendships that I have found on YouTube and on my channel and my subscribers are worth more than anything. I did it for free for years. I would do it for free. But it also has a cost to it too. And if I were to divide out my time spent working on YouTube, I don't post videos once a week. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I post daily. I would say I work 4 to 5 hours a day on YouTube. If you were to divide out what I make based on how many hours I worked, it would be pennies. But it's truly a passion of mine. So I hope this was fun. I hope this did not have a terrible negative feel to it, but I feel like a lot of those questions did have a negative feel. Maybe it's my fault for asking people what they assume of me, and maybe I need to do a better job at putting myself out there in a better light. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun regardless, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Please subscribe if you're new. I do post every single day on this channel, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye!
Make me blind. You will always be there. There's no doubt in my mind. You will always be there. Heading out to see ya and leave the rest behind. Oh, oh. You will always be there.